On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Cobbler.
A person who makes or repairs shoes, a type of dessert made with fruit and a crumbly topping.
Examples:
Cobbler's wax. Peach cobbler. The cobbler's shop was located on Main Street and was open 7 days a week.
Custom-made.
Made to order or custom designed for a particular customer or client, tailored to meet individual needs or specifications.
Examples:
Custom-made car. Custom-made furniture. The bride wore a custom-made dress that was designed to fit her perfectly.
Holocaust.
The systematic killing of millions of Jews and other minority groups by the Nazis during World War II, or any similar act of mass destruction.
Examples:
Nuclear holocaust. The Holocaust Museum. Many Holocaust survivors still suffer from the trauma they experienced during that time.
Inherit.
To receive money, property, or a title from someone after they have died.
Examples:
Inherit estate. Inherit ancestral property. After his death, his sons inherited his business.
Industrial.
Of or relating to or resulting from industry.
Examples:
Beginning of the Industrial Revolution. Industrial alcohol. Industrial design has become more focused on human nature aspect than ever before.
Revolution.
A large-scale attempt to overthrow the government of a country, often using violence or war.
Examples:
Beginning of the Industrial Revolution. A political revolution. The revolution by the citizen resulted in a redistribution of wealth.
Improve.
To make or become better.
Examples:
Improve a process. Improve the test score. We want to improve ties between our two countries.
Eradicate.
To get rid of or destroy something completely, especially something bad.
Examples:
Eradicate the deficit. Eradicate racial discrimination. We are trying to eradicate this disease from the world.
Atrophy.
A decrease in size of a muscle, organ, etc., caused by disease or disuse.
Examples:
Weakness with atrophy. Atrophy of the muscles. Daily exercise and adequate sleep are necessary to prevent the progression of atrophy.
Craftsman.
A skilled worker who creates handmade objects, especially one who works with wood, metal, or other materials.
Examples:
Craftsman skill. A subtle craftsman. The adept craftsman carefully carved the wooden figurine with precision and skill.
Chuck.
To throw something carelessly or casually, to get rid of something or someone.
Examples:
Chuck the ball across the yard. Chuck my job. I will chuck these old shoes in the trash and buy a new pair.
Hull.
The main body or frame of a ship, airplane, or other vehicles, or the outer covering or shell of a seed, fruit, or other objects.
Examples:
Set a strake on the hull. Double hull tank. The ship's hull was damaged in the storm, and the crew had to make emergency repairs.
Invention.
The creation of a new device or process resulting from study and experimentation, the act of inventing.
Examples:
The invention of new techniques. Common invention. Necessity is the mother of invention.
Discuss.
To talk about or examine in detail, through conversation or debate, to exchange ideas, opinions, or information on a particular topic.
Examples:
Discuss options. Discuss solutions. We need to discuss the next steps for the project during our meeting tomorrow.
Catapult.
A device used to hurl an object a long distance.
Examples:
Powerful catapult. Catapult mechanism. The army used a catapult to launch large rocks over the castle walls.
Heritage.
The culture and traditions that are passed down from previous generations.
Examples:
Heritage site. Historical heritage. The heritage of the city is reflected in its architecture.
Usher.
A person who shows people to their seats in a theater or church, or who guides them through a building.
Examples:
Act as usher. Usher theater. The uniformed usher showed the guests to their seats.
Distribute.
To give something to a large number of individuals, or to spread or furnish something.
Examples:
Distribute wealth evenly. Distribute video content. His estate was distributed to his sons.
Manufacture.
To make goods in large numbers, usually in a factory using machines.
Examples:
Manufacture an enzyme. Manufacture a product. The majority of synthetic vitamins are manufactured from oil.
Digital.
Processing or storing information as a succession of 1 and 0 to show that a signal is present or missing, relating to the use of computer technology, especially the Internet.
Examples:
A digital watch. Digital electronic signature. Sensors convert physical phenomena into digital signals.
Fabricate.
To make something, especially by assembling parts or constructing it from raw materials. To invent and present something false as true or real to deceive someone.
Examples:
fabricate a chemical. Fabricate an excuse. The detective discovered that the witness had fabricated her story about the crime.
Distance.
The amount of space between 2 points, measured in units such as miles, meters, or kilometers, the extent, scope, or range between two things, such as distance or emotional distance.
Examples:
driving distance, social distance. The marathon runner covered a long distance in a short amount of time.
Temple.
A place of worship, especially one that is associated with a particular religion or faith, the flat area on either side of the forehead.
Examples:
temple complex. A tour guide at the temple. He visited the temple to pray and make offerings to the gods.
Awesome.
Inspiring fear, admiration, or respect. Very good, nice, fun, etc.
Examples:
awesome mental faculty. Have an awesome birthday. There is a lot of awesome nature and food in Hawaii.
Hinge.
A joint that holds the edge of a door, window, lid, etc. and allows it to open or close.
Examples:
a stiff hinge. Insecure hinge. His involvement is the hinge of our plan.
Assembly.
A group of people who have been elected, especially one that meets regularly and makes decisions or laws for a specific region or country.
Examples:
assembly line. Assembly hall. This company's assembly plant is an enormous facility.
Implication.
Something that is inferred or indirectly stated, the act or fact of being involved in something.
Examples:
the implication in a crime. The implication of a word. His poem has a very significant implication.
Tip.
The top or extreme point of something slender or tapering, usually a mountain or hill. A piece of advice about something practical, a small amount of money given for services.
Examples:
the tip of a paintbrush. Give the waiter a tip. I will introduce some tips on learning English in this class.
Paralyze.
To cause a person or part of the body to become unable to move or feel.
Examples:
paralyze a city. Paralyze a person. The venom from the snake bite paralyzed his arm.
Waist.
The part of the human body between the ribs and hips or the corresponding part in other animals.
Examples:
waist measurement, a slim waist. She cinched her dress at the waist to accentuate her hourglass figure.
Complain.
To say dissatisfaction or annoyance about something or somebody.
Examples:
complain about a job, call and complain frequently. Our users are often complaining about the slow application.
Suit.
A set of clothes that are made from the same material, a claim or complaint that a person or organization can file in court against another party. Verb, to be fit or acceptable for.
Examples:
suit and tie restaurant, suit at law. 6 suits are awaiting trial or verdict.
Uncomfortable.
Providing or feeling physical discomfort or slight pain.
Examples:
an uncomfortable silence, with an uncomfortable face. His abusive words made me uncomfortable.
Robotic.
Of or relating to mechanical robots, robotics, the interdisciplinary branch of computer science and engineering with the practical use of robots.
Examples:
robotic arm, robotic guide operation. The surgeon removed the tumor using robotic video assistance.
Bionic.
Relating to or using technology or devices that enhance or replace biological functions, typically in a way that mimics or improves upon the original.
Examples:
bionic exoskeleton, bionic technology. The soldier was fitted with a bionic arm after losing him in combat.
Inspire.
To make somebody feel with the desire, confidence, or enthusiasm, especially to do something creative.
Examples:
inspire a feeling of curiosity. Inspire him to write a novel. The unique style of this martial arts inspired many action film producers.
Feminine.
Relating to women, having the features or appearance often associated with women.
Examples:
add a feminine touch. The sacred feminine. For a classically feminine style, the dress mixes sophisticated lines with an appealing floral design.
Elegant.
Pleasing and graceful in appearance or manner, or showing good taste and refinement.
Examples:
elegant design. Write elegant sentences. She wore an elegant evening gown to the gala.
Lightweight.
Composed of thinner and lighter material than average, not severe or impressive.
Examples:
lightweight aircraft. Lightweight structure. Powder coating protects the lightweight aluminum alloy components.
Amazing.
Extremely surprising, especially in a way that you like or admire.
Examples:
Amazing advances. The most amazing feeling. The golfer recorded an amazing distance.
Incredible.
Unbelievable, extremely large.
Examples:
Incredible amount. At incredible speed. Her response revealed incredible idiocy.
Replace.
To take the place of something.
Examples:
Replace one word with another. Replace a phone. Eventually, the new design will replace all older models.
Tradition.
A belief, custom, or way of doing something that has been passed down from generation to generation within a group or society.
Examples:
A tradition of a culture. Against tradition. It is a tradition in many families to have a big Thanksgiving dinner with all their relatives.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Opportune occasion. An opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Reclaim.
To take back something previously lost, given, or paid, or asked to have it back.
Examples:
Reclaim a competitive position. Reclaim land from the sea. You may be entitled to reclaim some tax.
Symmetry.
Balance or proportion in design or structure, with elements arranged evenly on either side of an axis.
Examples:
Bilateral symmetry. Axial symmetry. The building had a symmetry pattern that was pleasing to the eye.
Embrace.
To accept something willingly and enthusiastically. Noun, the act of clasping another person in the arms as in greeting or affection.
Examples:
Embrace an opportunity. A warm embrace. The woods embrace the house.
Authenticity.
The quality of being real or genuine.
Examples:
Authenticity verification. Lack authenticity. The museum's experts confirmed the authenticity of the painting.
Heel.
The rounded back part of the foot below the ankle. Someone who is morally reprehensible. Verb, to follow someone or something.
Examples:
Heel bone. Heel wrestler. She wore high heels to the party.
Medical.
Relating to the treatment of illness or injuries. Relating to the practice of medicine.
Examples:
A medical opinion. Temporary medical treatment. The medical team worked quickly to save the patient's life.
Device.
A piece of equipment, tool, or technology that serves a particular purpose or function, often mechanical or electronic.
Examples:
electronic device, tracking device. I always carry a backup device in case my phone runs out of battery.
Conform.
To comply with standards, rules, or expectations set by others, to agree with or match something.
Examples:
conform to the ISO standard. Conform with popular opinion. The company's new policy requires all employees to conform to the dress code.
Ventilate.
To supply fresh air to a room, building, etc., to remove stale air from it.
Examples:
ventilate my opinion. Ventilate air. It's important to ventilate the room to avoid the buildup of harmful gases.
Scoliosis.
A condition in which the spine is curved to the side.
Examples:
scoliosis treatment. Congenital scoliosis. He decided to undergo surgery for scoliosis.
Brace.
A device, typically one of a pair, for holding something in position or for strengthening an object. Verb, to support or hold steady and make steadfast.
Examples:
brace for impact. Brace my energies. She wore a brace on her leg to support her injured ankle.
Dental.
Of or relating to teeth.
Examples:
dental hygiene. Dental care. I have a dental appointment at 2 p.m. to get my teeth cleaned.
Bracing.
Refreshing or invigorating, designed to provide support or stability.
Examples:
bracing air. Bracing walk. The athlete performed some bracing exercises to warm up before the game.
Amputee.
A person who has had an arm or a leg cut off.
Examples:
quadruple amputee. Amputee runner. Amputees often experience an illusion of a phantom limb.
Emotional.
Relating to people's feelings.
Examples:
emotional health. Emotional distress. Human emotional responses vary widely depending on the society to which they belong.
Reconnect.
To connect again after a break or interruption.
Examples:
reconnect a telephone. Reconnect with family. After a long period of estrangement, they reconnected with each other.
Wireless.
Of or relating a connection or communication that does not require a physical wire or cable, often through the use of radio waves or electromagnetic signals.
Examples:
Wireless access, wireless charging. The office's wireless network allows employees to work from anywhere in the building.
Align.
To put or arrange two or more things in a straight line or to form a straight line.
Examples:
Align the economic interest of each other. Align with a historical trend. Both parties are now entirely ideologically aligned.
Aid.
Things sent to help countries in need, notably food or money, support.
Examples:
Financial aid. Country-by-country aid programs. Pakistan's aid budget was still being reviewed.
Replacement.
The act of replacing something with something else, especially that is newer or better, a person or thing that takes or can take the place of another.
Examples:
Regular replacement of tires. Replacement cost. We demand his replacement.
Leap.
To jump or spring into the air, often with the feet leaving the ground or a surface below, to move quickly or suddenly, often forward or upward.
Examples:
Leap to a conclusion. Leap of faith. The athlete was able to leap over the hurdle with ease.
Engine.
A machine that converts thermal energy to mechanical work, something that has an important role used to achieve a purpose.
Examples:
A steam engine. An air-cooled engine. The policies he announces can be the engine of economic growth in the country.
Fuel.
A substance that is typically burned to generate heat or energy.
Examples:
Biomass fuel. Smokeless fuel. The manufacturing sector was most severely impacted by the fuel scarcity.
Environment.
The natural world such as air, water, and land in which humans, animals, and plants live.
Examples:
Environment affairs. Chaotic environment. Every human is responsible for taking care of the Earth's environment.
Corporation.
A large company or group of companies that are controlled together by law as a single unit.
Examples:
A public corporation. Corporation assets. 4 companies were amalgamated into a single corporation.
Planet.
Any of the 9 large celestial bodies that circle in the solar system, any celestial body that revolves around a star.
Examples:
Planet like the Earth. Save the planet. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun.
Startup.
A newly established company or business.
Examples:
Startup business. Early stage startup. Our company's services are targeted at startup executives.
Probe.
A tool used for testing or examining, especially for medical or scientific purposes, or an exploratory mission to a planet or other celestial body. Verb, to investigate, examine, or search into something.
Examples:
A lunar probe. Probe for inside information. NASA sent a probe to study the atmosphere of Jupiter.
Fraction.
A small part or item forming a piece of a whole, the quotient of two rational numbers.
Examples:
A fractional share of the vote. A numerator in a fraction. He spent only a fraction of his earnings.
Spaceship.
Especially in science fiction, a spacecraft designed to carry a crew into interstellar space.
Examples:
A spaceship to survey the moon. Alien spaceship. They launched a crewless spaceship into space.
Audacious.
Showing a willingness to take bold risks or to do something that is considered unconventional or daring, marked by originality, creativity, or boldness.
Examples:
Audacious stunt. Audacious decision. The young entrepreneur had an audacious plan to start his own company.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Functional.
Designed for or capable of a particular activity, purpose, or task, practical or ready for use or service.
Examples:
Field of functional medicine. Functional deafness. The mobile phone was still functional even after being dropped.
Module.
A self-contained unit or component of a larger system or structure, a standardized unit of computer hardware or software designed to perform a specific function.
Examples:
Module software. Audio module. I must install a new programming module for my computer program to function properly.
Moonshot.
An ambitious, risky, and innovative project or goal, especially one that is intended to bring about radical change or breakthroughs in a particular field or industry, often inspired by the lunar landing mission of Apollo 11 in 1969.
Examples:
AI moonshot. Moonshot idea. The company's Moonshot project aims to develop a revolutionary new technology within a tight deadline.
Delectable.
Highly pleasing and enjoyable to taste or experience.
Examples:
Delectable dish. Delectable chocolate. The delectable aroma of freshly baked cookies filled the house.
Absinthe.
A highly alcoholic and anise-flavored spirit derived from botanicals, typically including wormwood, the plant Artemisia absinthium, commonly known as grand wormwood, from which the spirit gets its name.
Examples:
Illegal absinthe. Green absinthe. The bartender served a traditional absinthe cocktail to the curious customer.
Ingredient.
One of the things used to make something, especially one of the foods used to make a particular dish.
Examples:
Secret ingredients. Compound the ingredients. Greed is the primary ingredient in the making of criminals.
Flavor.
The taste sensation produced by a substance in the mouth.
Examples:
A delicate flavor. Flavor enhancer. The flavor of the coffee was rich and full-bodied.
Delicious.
Exceptionally pleasing to taste or smell.
Examples:
Delicious breeze. Variety of delicious foods. We could grill the meat in a delicious way.
Nutrition.
The substances or the process that organisms take into their bodies as food for their growth and health.
Examples:
Nutrition condition. Nutrition intake. This food contains all the nutrition your dog requires.
Complexity.
The state or quality of being complicated or intricate and difficult to understand.
Examples:
Cognitive complexity. Complexity theory. The project's complexity made it difficult for the team to complete it on time.
Rudimentary.
Relating to basic facts or principles, fundamental.
Examples:
A rudimentary plant. Rudimentary understanding. He has only a rudimentary knowledge of this topic.
Youngster.
A young person, typically a child or teenager, a creature that is still in its youth or early stages of development.
Examples:
Youngster education. Teenage youngster. The little youngster couldn't wait to open their birthday presents.
Endless.
Having no end or conclusion, infinitely very large in size or amount.
Examples:
Endless possibilities. Endless hours. He looked out the window at the endless stream of people.
Abundance.
A significant amount of something, the situation in which there is too much of something.
Examples:
An age of abundance. An abundance of examples. A healthy farm provides an abundance of food.
Haptic.
Of or relating to or involving the sense of touch.
Examples.
Haptic perception. Haptic feedback. The player controls the game with a joystick or other haptic device.
Perception.
A belief, opinion, or image you have based on how you regard, understand, or interpret something, the ability to see, hear, or notice something through the senses.
Examples.
Keen perception. Perception of a stimulus. He is a man admired for the depth of his perception.
Clay.
A natural, earthy material that is made up of very small particles of minerals and can be molded when wet and then fired to produce ceramics.
Examples.
Clay animation. Soft clay ground. The sculptor carefully molded the clay into the desired shape.
Photograph.
A picture or image that is produced by a camera, a visual representation or record of a person, object, or scene that has been captured electronically or on film.
Examples.
Photograph album. Photograph memories. I found an old photograph of my grandparents from their wedding day.
Instantly.
Immediately.
Examples.
Instantly cope with. Be killed instantly. I remembered that person instantly and never forgot.
Unintended.
Not planned or meant.
Examples.
Unintended bias. Unintended misunderstanding. Excessive human interference in the global environment may bring unintended consequences.
Democracy.
A form of government in which the people have the authority to deliberate and decide legislation, or to choose governing officials to do so.
Examples.
Democracy advocate. Principles of democracy. Democracy often entails inclusive capitalism as well.
Counterfeit.
Made in imitation of something else to deceive or defraud, not genuine or authentic.
Examples.
Counterfeit document. Counterfeit money. The company hired a team of experts to identify counterfeit products in their supply chain.
Ubiquitous.
Being or existing everywhere at once.
Examples.
Ubiquitous computing. Ubiquitous across ecosystems. Sugar is ubiquitous in food.
Illegal.
Not allowed by law.
Examples.
Illegal drugs. Child of illegal immigrants. The customs agents seized the illegal shipment.
Possession.
The state or fact of owning or having something.
Examples:
Possession of the evidence. A territorial possession. That painting is my possession, and I inherited it from my grandmother.
Fashion.
A style that is popular at a particular time or place, the state of being popular.
Examples:
Go out of fashion. New fashion trends. That style is no longer in fashion.
Represent.
To speak, act, or be present on behalf of another person or group, to form or constitute.
Examples:
Represent by a diagram. The characters that represent numbers. We elected him to represent us at the international conference.
Continuation.
The act of carrying something on over time without interruption.
Examples:
Continuation ceremony. Continuation of trial. The present economic policy is a continuation of the preceding one.
Hybrid.
Composed of different elements or mixed characters.
Examples:
New hybrid system. An interspecific hybrid. The mule is a hybrid between a male donkey and a female horse.